In the words of Machel Montano, because you know this is carnival season in Trinidad, you have to give the people performance, okay? The people want an encore. Y'all have been asking to see another renovation for a while. And I found one that I think you will absolutely love. And the funny part is it was literally right under my nose. Somehow, a friend of mine happened to be doing a renovation to a property that was of a similar profile. Our journeys are a little different, but the learning, the experiences, the tales that we are telling each other in the DMs, very similar. So get ready for a new experience and a new property. I'm Kelly Johnley, and this is Bajan Renovation. Now, as far as relationships go, you know that there are levels. So Claire Dottin, the owner of this house, I met her first as a colleague way back in the day when she was a graphic designer. And you'd be like, but wait, I know Claire, but she don't do lashes. Yes. Claire brought Barbados lashes before we knew that we needed lashes. Her business is Fabulash. So I started to go to Claire. And as you know, anybody that doing your hair or your nails, your lashes, you develop a relationship. So as time passed, we became friends. And then, you know, friends of friends became friends. But top level bonding is when you go through a renovation together. Now, Claire told me she was renovating a family property. As many people let me know they're renovating. But I could not imagine the extent of this renovation. But I had to come and talk to Claire. But if y'all thought that I was crazy, right? When I show you all the pictures of what Claire has done to this place, madness has a home, okay? Everybody, this is Claire. Claire, tell me about this. We're not getting into the after pictures yet. We need to start at the beginning.
Yes.
This is a significant fixer project. Were you always in the market for a fixer?
The plan was not to be in the market. The plan was this was a rental property that was in our family and it needed some work. But then I realized, okay, this is not gonna happen out of pocket. And if we're gonna do it, we need to do it right. So it went a little far.
Well, I saw the before photos and this property is in a central St. Michael location, very much like mine, where it is a high demand area, but the properties are not necessarily in the best shape. This house needed some work. Yes. So when you saw this house, you saw potential or you saw expenses?
To tell you the truth, when I first started, I thought this was gonna be some new windows, some new doors, a paint and some tiles and
no. They're grasshopper. They're grasshopper. Right. So you were going to just refresh the space and move in.
I thought it was just going to be a case of refreshing and put it back on the market and we good to go. But no.
All right. So you said it was a family property and that there's a need to do things properly.
Yes.
Are you fixing up a family home? Is this your home?
So this is not a family home in terms of we live here. It did start off as a relative's home. It passed through the family then to my dad. And in a way, it has now passed on to me.
Now, when you say passed on to you, because I think these little technical questions are important. Do you own this house?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So there was a legal process in terms of transferring the process.
Yes. In order to then be able to qualify for financing, it would have needed to pass on to me and be legally mine.
Legally yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have passed. You now have the legal title for the home.
I do.
And you are financing the renovation.
I am.
Now, you've been in the self-employment game a lot longer than I have, but I do get a lot of questions from people who are self-employed and they do share their experiences saying how challenging it was to get financing. What was your experience and how much money did you borrow?
The financing qualification was not necessarily the issue. It was more getting things correct for legal purposes, but the financing, because I've been in business now for over 10 years,
yes,
we have always had an accountant doing my books and filing my taxes and that type of thing. So that information that is required was readily available for the bank.
I'm glad you said that because I remember when Fabulash was a side hustle, right? And you know, hindsight is always 20/20. I would tell anybody, you never know when you need to be able to demonstrate to the bank or a lender the income that you are making. Even if you're not having an accountant prepare your books yet, deposit all of the cash.
Every penny that you make, deposit, because it will come back to benefit you.
It will come back to benefit you. So I can see the benefits of this renovation, and but clear this escalated. You took off the roof. I see you have taken off a roof.
Yes.
You have taken out windows.
We have. We've raised the roof.
You've raised the roof. they're grasshopper.
Yes. But at least it was the plan. The bank was fully aware of what I was planning to do.
Why she say that?
Yeah.
Was that a dig? Was that a dig, Claire? That the bank was aware? At least
definitely not a dig. Definitely not a dig. But I have learned so much from Bajan Renovation.
Okay, get to that point.
Yes, we have learned from Kelly's mistakes. We have learned how to do this without having a stroke. So
I went to the back the other day. She said, Kelly, you always had all these gray hairs. I was like, not since you're
I'm starting to see a few new ones.
A few new ones.
For sure.
I got a whole street hiding. They can match the furniture. So tell me about the changes. As I said, you said you had a plan.
Right.
I definitely was led by the ancestors in doing mine. Did you work with an architect, a draftsman?
So
what did
initially,
you do?
when we started the process, I came with my contractor and he took a look at what needed to be done. When I realized that this was way out of my budget and this was definitely not going to be financed out of pocket, I then went to an architect. In order to have the floor plans drafted, the necessary changes made, because at that point then we realized, okay, the roof needed to be changed, so let's make it better. The initial roof was flat.
Yes,
so
much like mine.
Much like yours. So then we said, no, in here is way too hot. It's still a little temperature sensitive right now, but way better than it used to be in the beginning. What else did we do? We changed the layout, because there were some layout changes as far as the flow coming through the front door. And we also then decided to change what was the original bathroom that at the time was a half bathroom into the master, make it a master suite. So the house now has 2 full bathrooms.
The house feels very spacious, and I know that part of it, well, one is colors, but also the height of the roof.
Yeah, that's the
just saying. All you roofers can thank me. The height of the roof. But how big is this house?
It's about 900 square feet.
This is 900 square feet. I am so impressed that you can get so much big living out of such a small space, because it doesn't feel tight in any way.
Yes.
Did you have to get town and country planning permission for this renovation?
My understanding was I didn't necessarily need it, but my attorney highly recommended it in case we changed the purpose of the building, the use of the building.
Okay.
So if it was going to change from residential to commercial, it would be in there. It would not be an issue. And
because similarly, we are both in central St. Michael areas, and you find is what you call a mixed property area.
Yes.
So that even though you might not necessarily be living next to a supermarket, you will find that along the road, you will have a variety of different, almost like Belleville.
Yeah.
Not Belleville, so don't bother me. But almost like Belleville, where it could be a home, it could be a business,
doctor's office,
it could be a church, it could be a number of things.
Oh, we've got questions if it's a church.
You've gotten everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got it, I guess, as we like to say in Barbados now, out of an abundance of caution.
Yes.
You got that, but it wasn't required.
No, it wasn't required, but my attorney dotted all his I's and crossed all his T's, and he said, no, we're going to make sure we have that before we start.
Okay, because I think, unlike my property, while it is central, you have what you call main road frontage.
Yes.
So I could understand that this could, if you really wanted to, could be rented out for commercial purposes.
Definitely.
Okay, well, someone thought ahead. When you were choosing your colors, taking out the roof, the windows, was that something you were working, I guess you could say, to change about the feel of the space? Because from the photos, at least it seemed, the house like mine seemed stubby. Yes. You know, the house just feel like...
Funny thing is, I didn't think it was going to be this tall. So this is definitely my architect's vision. I had no part in that. It was just make the space cooler and change the roof. So her creative design was to raise it as high as we did.
I think it's probably the same height as mine.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're about 20 feet, and I remember someone telling me 2 or 4 more feet, you would be at a 2-story building.
So
and
I remember
like, okay.
my contractor said to me that they do 10 to 12 courses of blocks.
Yes. Oh, you know what courses of blocks.
I learned about courses of blocks.
Yes, you know about courses now.
And
Okay.
apparently we now have 10 courses on top of the original wall. So
because you now have contractors speak. Yes, I know about courses of blocks and things like that.
Yeah.
So, at least from what I see, you've certainly gotten through what I call the ugly part of the reno, and you are moving swiftly into finishes.
Yes.
What is your timeline looking like for the completion?
We are hoping by the end of the month, but I'm gonna say probably mid-March. Yeah, so another 2 to 4 weeks, yeah.
What would you say surprised you about the process of building?
The cost.
The cost?
The cost. I really did not anticipate that it would be as much as it is, but at the same time, I feel like I've gotten a lot for the value of the money that I've borrowed, yeah.
I know you said you were not looking for a fixer. Were you looking to purchase something? Or it was just not on your radar?
It was not on my radar. It was just COVID times. My parents are both in that vulnerable category. So I basically became the property manager. So I would come, and then I was hearing the issues that needed to be addressed. So it spiraled. It was one of those things that, you know, you're not necessarily planning for, but here we are. So yeah.
In terms of design, were you one of those people who had the Pinterest board, the magazines, all of those things?
I am surprised my phone hasn't crashed yet. Between Pinterest, all the different albums online, everything saved in Instagram. My sister is very sick of me and cannot wait for this to be finished. She's like, stop sharing stuff.
Claire, we have each other. We have each other.
So I reach out to those who understand and appreciate. She understands, but she just doesn't. She's not bothered.
Tell people, right? Like doing a renovation is a lot. At least from my experience, like childbirth and having a baby, like you don't have no pregnant friends or anything. So until they know that you're pregnant, and then all of a sudden
comes out the woodwork.
Then you have renovation friends,
people who for sure
who will sit with you in your tribe of trial.
Oh yes,
and we will look at every picture that you send.
Yes,
and we will comment and we will enlarge.
Maybe you should try this instead. Yes, I definitely have those friends.
You have those kind of friends.
I have those friends.
You are officially baptized into this process.
Oh, for sure.
You think you'll do this again?
I actually would not mind doing it again.
So I have a running joke. My girlfriend Sharita, who was on a previous episode and is a realtor, we talk about it. Now, whenever you see people out there welling out with these renovations, know that they got a foolish friend backing them in this nonsense, right? And Sharita and I would talk, and we would say, because there's a point in the renovation where you think you will die.
Yeah.
Right? Where like the week is coming and the money, there is more week than money.
Oh yeah. And more things to be done
more
than
things
money.
to be done, and your mind is blown, right? And you were wondering why you're doing this to yourself. And you could scale back the renovation or stop, but you can't because you're not like an addict.
We're now too far.
You're not too far.
We're too far.
And we have to finish strong.
And it has to finish.
And you literally feel like you will die.
Oh yes.
Right?
I've had many mornings where I've woken up at like 2:30 in the morning like, what have I done?
What? I didn't need to do this. Right?
I didn't need to do this.
And
Why did I do this?
Much like labor pains, you're going to have this child, right? You're going to look at it, Claire, and you are going to forget.
I'm hoping we are soon there.
Yes, you're going to forget. And just as soon as you think there's no money left in the world, you know, I saw a sign when I was driving the other day. All of a sudden, now you have like what you call renovators lenses.
Listen, everything from fences, like I literally stopped the car in the middle of the road to take pictures of people's fences.
Yes.
Yeah, so I understand.
This is who we are.
This is who we are now.
So what is next? I mean, obviously, yes, we know we're going to complete, you know, putting in the cupboards, etc. In terms of what your contractor is telling you, what's the next phase of work looking like?
So at the moment, we are kind of all over inside and outside. So inside is being completed while outside is in the process of starting and being completed. So there's some things that have been done, like the guard wall is done already. They've been making some plans today for like paving the driveway and so on. Also the back, because just like you, we don't have very much of a backyard, but we're gonna make it nice.
We're gonna make it nice.
That's exactly what's happening as well. So, and then of course the trowel plastic on the outside.
Okay, when that is done, because you know one thing about when you tell people you're building the house, they're only interested in two things: what color you paint in it,
Oh yeah,
and furniture.
listen,
So you have nice things coming.
we have nice things coming.
We could come back and look at the nice things.
First.
Because you know that's the only reason that we want to finish.
Carrie, listen, once again, Bajan Renovation to
You get
the
nice
rescue.
things.
So we got nice things. We got nice things.
I cannot wait, Claire.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the house? I mean, I know you would have seen it on paper. What about the house do you like the most?
At the moment, the open plan living, dining, kitchen. So everything flows very smoothly, then flows into the laundry area. So I'm loving that because I like clean, open spaces, and the fact that the ceilings are so high, it makes it just feel very open.
One of the questions I hear sometimes from people who have had a bad experience, but then also people who are bracing for a bad experience. What was your contractor service provider experience like so far?
Fantastic.
For sure.
So it was seamless. I've had no
Where you find
issues. Good friends, you see, good friends that are going through the process put you on to good people.
You got a reference.
I got a reference from a good friend of mine who built her house maybe 6-7 years ago, and he was her contractor. And I remember when I was asking friends who had already gone through the process if they would recommend the contractor they use, she said, hands down, he was never the issue. Any issues she encountered was never contractor related. I since then have used him for the renovation on my new salon, and he did a fantastic job, kept to the timeline, kept to the budget, which is insanely important.
Is he married?
Unfortunately, yes.
Who is this man? Who is this mythical creature?
And unlike what we always hear, and I know you've reported from many people, very honest. And I've had experience after experience of how honest he has been. So it means situations where he could have kept materials. He'd be like, oh, I send this back, go and get back a credit. So it's been fantastic.
Well, prepare to be. I'll just tell you from now, just give me the number, because the amount of, you have a number for that I get is a lot.
They have done a good job.
Claire, I am excited for you. I am excited. I am impressed. I am like, she's slightly mad because now we're a little closer. Because I remember driving past this house, and much like many of the older Barbadian homes, I think this would have probably been maybe 40, 50 years old, right?
Even more than that.
Most of these older homes, you can miss them. You know, they recede into the background. And it was when the roof came off, I was like, this body doing a lot of work. And it was around the time, because you said you were working on it for a bit, that I had no sidewall. And I was like, well, this boy like the mad. I was like, wait, is Claire bliss? It's like we have company. Claire, we're booking a date to come back, okay? We want to come back when you're closer to finishing. We could come back.
For sure.
All right?
Definitely want to have you back.
Okay. Y'all can hot up Claire page with questions, right? Fabulash Barbados. I don't live here. You can hot up Claire's page. So we are coming back for when you're finished, and I want to come back for the nice things. And if you're shopping for nice things, we are a very sophisticated community.
We can book a date. Let's go shopping together.
I love this for us. I'm Kelly Johnley, and this is Bajan Renovation.